As explored in my prior self-study for EDCI 404, I've been on a personal journey digging deep into my Métis identity. Now, this inquiry isn't a continuation of my teacher identity. I've realized that my newfound Indigenous community has been my source to learn how to enact the First Peoples principles through true Indigenous practices. This personal journey has led me to the competency, collaboration, and collegiality. Tansei Lauren Deshinagoshin. My name is Lauren, and I am from the Assanowitch Winawak Nation of Alberta, Canada. I introduce myself this way to model how we try to find connections and build relationships amongst one another when meeting. This can take hours, and running parallel to this, the networking I've been doing within my Indigenous community has taken many. Collaboration and collegiality has never been more important to me than now, not only because my recent studies have zeroed in on the nation-building values of my people, opposed to the westernized notion of nation separation, but amongst myself and my cohort members, developing lesson plans, my new practicum school staff, members of my community, and more importantly, the students I will be teaching this April. There are a few fleeting opportunities for educators to practice collaboration and collegiality. When attending to the integration of activities that deconstruct otherness, I recalled the rabbits and imagined how impactful it would be to use this narrative for school-wide play or concert theme, lending an opportunity for teachers to model collaboration and practice positive collegiality, instilling the values of the school for the students and for the community. The book Rabbits could also be interacted with as a mentor text, allowing room for dialogic learning, as practiced in EDCI 404, encouraging early collegiality between students practicing peer-to-peer discovery processes, which in turn has been outlined in the social studies rationales as engaging in multiple perspectives, identity of self, and the development of competencies that encourage active, informed citizenship. Because reconciliation and decolonization are at the forefront of our education system, stepping into my identity as an educator hasn't been easy. I've had a lot of expectations of myself if I get to say that I'm a Métis woman. And don't get me wrong, I'm insanely proud, but I do continue to stop and ask myself if I deserve the title. I have been actively reaching out to collaborate with members of my community, and I've gained a lot of clarity in how and what I will teach. I feel a responsibility to ensure that topics within social studies are taught with sensitivity. I'm beginning to feel an emotional connection to my ancestors and have been told countless times that we continue for them. I'm inspired to see my students apply the disciplinary thinking skills stated within the social studies rationales, including the consideration of significance, evidence, continuity and change, cause and consequence, ethical judgment, and perspective, in an inquiry regarding ageism in society. Our study of ageism in regards to the collectivist or individualist values of societies around the world, including the customs of Indigenous peoples, would pair really well with the study of a democratic system of government, the decisions made at an individual, peer, local, provincial, and national level. I'm excited to see how my future students express their opinions and respond respectively to opposing points of view. I hope that my integration of Indigenous perspective and social studies content while practicing collegiality walk hand in hand in practice. To ensure this application, I intend to follow fellow educators who demonstrate similar practices to draw inspiration from. I intend to work with other teachers as often as possible to not only model collaboration and encourage teamwork outside of the classroom, but to be transparent with my students in how I collaborate with other teachers. As a common practice, I intend to begin every day with my students in a circle, explaining to them the meaning of the circle and that we are all one community that works together collaboratively.